fight Shakur. I gotta fight the judges. I gotta fight the refs.
Yep.
You feel me?
That's facts.
And I gotta go into the ring, and I ain't happy with what I'm getting paid. Come on, I'm going in mentally, not where I need to be. You feel me? So it was just like, at least I'm taking all them stipulations. Just pay me what I want. That's what that whole situation was about.
Right.
They had nothing to do with no ducking, none of that.
All right, man. Let's speak on it, man. Frank Martin did an interview with somebody. I don't know exactly who it was, but y'all heard the audio. Should hear the audio. If y'all don't, it's my bad for forgetting to put the audio on there. And he basically explained why he didn't take the fight with Shakur Stevenson. Right? He says basically he was going up against the judge, going up against the promoter, going against the official, and I'm doing all that. Basically, gonna need to knock out the win. And, you know, I'm not getting the money that I wanted, right? Now, I wasn't even going to say nothing until I heard this video. I heard somebody at Top Rank, which I can't give y'all the name, you know, gotta remain confidential, said he was getting $1.3 million, dude, right? He was getting $1.3 million to fight old buddy, Shakur Stevenson. They said his last fight, the rumor is that he made $150K. You do the math. Right? What is he crying about? They gave him exactly the amount of money that he wanted. Unless there's some type of miscommunication between him and Al Heyman. I heard that Al Heyman and Earl Spence was taking a big chunk out of his money, and that's one of the reasons why he didn't want to take the fight. He had to pay Earl, he had to pay Al, and it really wasn't worth it. Now, if he came to the table and asked for 1.3, all right, and you know, then he found out what Earl and Al was taking, and he was like, well, Top Rank, because I'll make up the difference. And they was like, hell no, we already giving you way more of a market value. All right? You in our book, you're really a $300,000 fighter. But this is a big date for us, man, so we'll give you 1.3. Then he tried to come back and get some more, it sounded like. But I heard they gave him exactly what he asked for, 1.3. And then I heard from the other side of the coin that Al Heyman and them, you know, basically was taking a lot of that money, so it kind of didn't make sense to do so. You know, I want to know how much money they was taking if that's true. So at the end of the day, he just looked bad, man. And at some point, I don't even know how anybody could defend PBC fighters, bro. I don't understand it. Seriously, I don't understand how we defending this. You damn near getting 10 times your market value, bro. You know, and you know, I gotta go against the judges, I gotta go against the officials, I gotta go against the promotional. Edwin De Los Santos did it. He didn't believe he can win. Right? Now you turn around, you almost lost fighting Artem probably for $150K. At least you would have lost some money, but then again, I don't know how his financials go. What the state gonna take, what the federal gonna take, what the Al Heyman gonna take, what Earl gonna get. Maybe he would have came back with peanuts on the dollar. I don't know. But he better off not even just saying nothing, bro. You better, as a man in these situations or in situations with a female, you better off not even engaging, bro. You better off being like Will Smith, being like Michael B. Jordan with Lloyd Harvey, being like Offset with Cardi B. You know what I'm saying? You know, just remaining silent. Ain't no point of really fighting back. Being like Corey Hardrick with Tia Mowry, ain't no point in fighting back. I think the men's new power, since you know women got a bunch of rights, got all the rights, and we don't have no rights. You know, we got less rights than animals, especially black men. I think the power in the men is just silence. No matter if she effed you raw with no Vaseline or you got over on her, ain't no point even to speak on it, bro, publicly. Let them look crazy, let them look delusional. You continue, even in this situation, you just let them continue to say what they gonna say. I wouldn't even say nothing. The F I feel like, you know, defending myself, you know, in my financial decisions to a bunch of people. Okay, it is what it is. They know what happened, we know what happened. I don't feel like I gotta justify myself to nobody. Unless you invested in me. That's how I feel. So if I'm Frank Martin, I wouldn't even say shit, bro. on the cool, I wouldn't even say shit. For what? On the cool, I wouldn't even have said nothing. Y'all got it. Y'all want to believe what y'all want to believe. It ain't gonna matter what I say. Whatever I say, the people that F with me, they gonna run with it. And the people who don't F with me, they gonna run with it. So it don't even matter. And I'm learning like the power of silence, man. This year, if I ain't learned too many other things, man, which I learned a lot this year, silence is the key. Unless my livelihood on the line, you know, my livelihood, and I gotta speak up on my behalf, you know, in those situations, man, I'm not addressing nothing, bro. If I cut a mother effer off and I cut you off, you know, and you don't know why I cut you off, then hey, it is what it is. Because I ain't cutting you off for no petty shit. Ain't no, when I cut you, I don't want to hear no explanations, no nothing, bro. Because you know what you did with some hoe ass shit. People so used to people forgetting and shoveling shit up under the bed or having an argument. I ain't arguing, bro. If I'm Frank Martin, bro, y'all believe what y'all want to believe. If he felt like it wasn't enough money to go over there, that's his side of the story. Fuck it. The world ain't gonna stop. I mean, I feel like he missed a golden opportunity to fight Shakur Stevenson. He was off that night. Maybe if you was on that night, you could have got him. Derrick James would have seen the eye that he wasn't throwing that left hand. His lead hand. You know, Bob Arum said that they weren't even sure Shakur was gonna make the fight. And they had him look at specialists and all types of stuff. So, you know, shit happened. People ain't gonna believe him. I mean, like I said before, people jumped off the Jerron Ennis bandwagon after he fought Karen Shurkachan. Then he came back and fought Avila, and everybody jumped back on the bandwagon. You know, he can beat Terrence Crawford and beat Errol Spence again. These fans is fickle. You're not as good as your last performance. I don't believe in it. Now I probably fight once, twice a year. I get it. You know, if you train and you fight once and twice a year, of course you're gonna have off performances. If you fight 3 or 4 times a year, you're gonna be clicking on all cylinders 9 times out of 10. And in a way, you're probably gonna be more healthier than continue to strain your body, break your muscles down, and build it back up. You know, and wake your fast twitch muscles up every 6 to 10 months. If you're consistently doing something, you battle tested. You know what I'm saying? You war tested. But if that's the story, that's the story. If he didn't want to go against the machine, I get it. Crossing the street can be scary. You don't have no protection. You know, the judges, the officials, you know, you felt like you was getting a raw deal. Fuck it. If I'm damn near getting 10 times what I'm worth, you know, so be it. Unless there's some promises being made. They can promise me I'm going to make that money or make more money, you know, the next couple fights or fighting Tank, then cool. You fuck around and go out there and lose to nobody and now you ain't got that money, now you looking stupid. Ask Peter Quillen about that Rock Nation deal he left. Took $500,000 out the fight, which, hey, if I get $500,000 not for doing nothing, I ain't mad at it. But he could have made a lot more fighting Matt Korbach and probably would have won because who beat Matt Korbach? Was it Andy Lee who beat him? Yeah, fairly easy. So Al Heyman's, you know, method is shown not to work a lot of the time. Sometimes for Dennis Ugas, it worked out for him. He told him, don't take the Terrence Crawford fight. He asked for an enormous amount of money out of Top Rank for them to make the Ugas fight behind the scenes. Ugas, he promised Ugas a title shot. He ended up with the regular WBA. Ended up with a Manny Pacquiao fight. Ended up with a Errol Spence fight. He won. He got 2 big fights on pay-per-view. Danny Garcia ain't been on pay-per-view but 1 time as the main event. So sometimes it works, sometimes it don't work. But, you know, he keep feeling like he need to explain himself. Man, it ain't even that deep. Why nobody even think about that shit? And one thing I think about is a missed opportunity. Now, could nobody foresee Shakur Stevenson not being 100% versus that night, you know, in Vegas? Well, maybe a Frank Martin who hadn't just fought too long ago would have been in rhythm, would have been healthy, would have beat Shakur Stevenson. Now you gotta wonder what if. You could have got it, you could have beat him. Came back, you could have came back and been the man at PBC. First fighter in the wild to come out there and get a victory over a top ranked fighter. And nobody trying to hear no excuse about no head and no shoulder neither. He was good enough to go out there and fight. He was good enough to take your L like a man. But it was a missed opportunity. Big missed opportunity. But shit, we all make mistakes. No doubt about it. We all make mistakes. You know? But Al Heyman is leading his guys to making a tremendous amount of mistakes. It looked like. But, you know, Frank Martin, oh man, I would have did this and I would have had to do this, that, and the third. And they would have did this, that, and the third. And you're just looking like, all right, bro. All right. You got it. You got it, buddy. You got it. You got the props. You got the props, my Black Moon boys. But it is what it is, man. So that's what he want to say. He didn't want to go against the establishment. So be it. If you only made 150, I say you make 300K. And you can make 1.3. If that's the true number. Hey, maybe Frank Martin know more than we do. I'm pretty sure he do. Maybe his math is math and our math ain't math. We on some girl math shit. It ain't adding up. But hey, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop a video. Financially, want to support the channel, Cash App, $CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree, find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, and